Hi, my name is Cheryl Vias, and I will be giving this speech on a few pointers of how to overcome speech anxiety. So, one of the main things that I do when I'm trying to overcome speech anxiety is to rehearse my content. It is very important when you are giving a speech or if you are wanting to go into ministry and you're trying to give a sermon or maybe a eulogy or anything like that and you're a little nervous about it, you rehearse your content. Repetition is key. If you read over what you are going to say over and over again, it helps you memorize what you're saying so that way you remember the key points. If you typically have three main points in whatever you're going to say, it helps you stay on track and stay focused. So that helps with coming that anxiety, because when you rehearse, you are confident because you are memorizing what you are, you know, rehearsing. So once you have memorized that, you were able to give your speech with confidence and you're able to engage your audience and maybe even give little jokes here and there because you're that comfortable with your audience since you know what you're talking about. Another thing that I usually do is I use a lot of hand gestures. As you can see already in this video, I'm using a lot of hand gestures. What it does, it helps me think a little bit. It gives me a little bit of break in between what I'm saying for me to think of the next thing that I want to talk about. And it kind of helps me emphasize what I am trying to say. And it also helps the audience kind of stay engaged in my conversation. And it's a visual engagement. So that way when your audience sees what you're trying to say, sometimes if they don't understand it, they can see it with your hand gestures. Like if I say, so this is the order that we will go in, me going like this shows order, so hand gestures can be a huge way to help overcome a little bit of anxiety because it allows you to remember and think that your audience is engaging to what you're saying. And when you have an audience that is listening and paying attention, it really helps. So the third thing is find a focal point or a familiar face in the audience. Usually when I'm giving speeches or if I am giving a sermon or anything like that, I try to find somebody that I'm comfortable with in the crowd to look at and kind of pretend like I'm talking to them. So that way it helps me calm down and it doesn't make me feel like, oh, there are a bunch of strangers looking at me and judging me for what I'm saying, because I know that if I have a friend in the audience, they're not going to judge me. They're going to support me in what I'm trying to say up on the stage or what speech I'm trying to give or what sermon I'm trying to give. So those are my three things, and I really hope that you use them and it will help you just like it helps me. Thank you for listening.